Long ago, the Hawaiians made a sport called he'enalu, known today as surfing. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the surfboard. Over the years, innovation has changed surfboard design from hand-shaped wooden surfboards to computer-designed ones. As the surfboard changed, so did surfing culture. Now let's go back to the old days with the first surfers who only spoke Hawaiian. Ua he'enalu na po'e Hawaii ma na papa he'enalu la'au, a ole na fiberglass.
Ua pa'akiki e he'enalu ma keia papa he'enalu, no ka mea, ali lo'a ke kai skeg. Ma keia ki'i, ua hau'ule oia no ka mea ali lo'a ke kai skeg. A ka,
Hiki ka papa he'enalu ke kaha makanalu me ka maiau. Ma keia ki'i, hiki oe ke ike iaia ki kaha ana ka nalu me ka maiau. I keia manawa, aia ke kai kanaka maho no kukulu ana I keia papa he'enalu. O kona inoa o Tom Stone Pohaku. O keia oia olelo ana.
They're made traditional style. It's just all hand drawn in based on knowledge. Even though with the changing times and the changing styles of surfboards and materials and stuff like that we should never forget our traditional practices.
I loko o keia nu pepa, kakau o waia mau ua vai ka he'enalu ana no Hawaii. Nā ka po'e Hawaii pa'ani punahele o ka he'enalu ana, a ua pono oi I ke kai papa he'enalu.
Are anywhere from 200 to almost 1,000 years old. This is what they look like. These boards take a lot of work. It's not based on size, it's based on design. That's what makes it different from this board. Because performance-wise, this board does something different. It surfs different. It's made to ride a different type of wave. The important thing about that is actually learning what it took physically and spiritually to make something like this. That's what's important.
Like mea oia I olelo ai, ua pa'akiki e haku I ke papa he'enalu. No ka mea ua pono oi e ho'ohani ka lima, a ka, ua haku ia ke kai mikini e wiki a e ka hana. No leila, hiki ke ho'opau I ka papa he'enalu a hele e he'enalu ma ke kai. In the early 1900s, the surfboard got famous by a swimming Olympic champion, Duke Kahanamoku. He taught his friend at Australia how to surf with others. Then, the people loved the sport and started to surf for the rest of their lives. The surfboard was then transformed and innovated into fiberglass. In 1946, Bob Simmons built the first styrofoam fiberglass surfboard. This innovation transformed society like California. As more people surfed, a new culture started with new music, dress style, and language. In the 1970s, the innovation of the shortboard also changed surfing. Now, surfers could manipulate the surfboard by doing more advanced maneuvers. Chuck Andrus, a famous surfboard shaper, explains how they first started making shortboards.
Just when the longboards were becoming shortboards, it was the evolution of the surfboards. So in 1968-69, all the boards went down to like 6'6", from 11'10" all the way down, you know. Well, because of the shortboard, it made it a lot easier for kids to pick it up and go surfing, because back in the day, the boards weighed, you know, when they were redwood boards and stuff, they were 80 to 100 something pounds, and not everybody could lift it, you know.
Could we see your shaping room?
Sure, let's go for a tour. The basic surfboard is divided into 3 or 4 basic measurements, and this template I've had for like 20 years already. Must have shaped thousands of surfboards.
Place the template at the side of the board and start drawing the lines from the front to the end.
Template is board, and I usually just cut it out with a handsaw like this, and then true out the outline. And then after I do that, then I'll skin it with a planer, and that's how you template the board.
I asked a few children to see what boards they like best.
Papa he na lupuna he. Na mea kahiko ai ole na mea nuho. Na mea nuho. No ka mea ke hola o ma na mea anu nui hiki ia ke papaya u. Hiki au ke papu na nalu nui. Hola wai na papa he nalu nuho. No ka mea ano vivi a hiki a dau e ke ho'o ne e me ka mai kai. I would prefer new school surfboards. I like it because it's easier to turn and to just manipulate your board.
Since the 1990s, computers have been used to shape surfboards. World-class surfboard shaper Wade Takoro designs boards with computers.
The computer is just a tool to help shape and design surfboards, so the computer is a very useful tool. You want to see how the program is?
Sure.
Let's see if I wanted to make a board for Mick Fanning, who's the world champ this year. So this is this board here. This is a board for Mick. So once you design the board, this is like what the board would look in the actual shaping room. So after you have the board designed on the program, you send that file, the design file, to the machine, and the machine will cut the board. And this is how the machine cuts the board. It's like this.
Again, innovation has changed surfboard design over the years, from hand-shaped wooden surfboards to computer-designed ones. As the surfboard changed, so did surfing culture.
And the innovation that took place is that we went from using the long boards, which was being used in the early 20th century, through the Duke Kahanamoku era, and then as it changed over, we changed it to what became known as the hot curl. The Californians introduced that style.
In the 70s, the professionalism came in, so it started a whole new culture of surfing business guys that became millionaires by selling shorts and t-shirts and surfboards, and now it's a professional sport and the good guys make a lot of money, millions of dollars.
How has the computer designing changed surfing?
I think it made better surfboards because of the consistency and the flexibility to make minor changes. I think it helped with production, and it helped to make better surfers too, because the surfboard's better, the surfers will improve when they're surfing.
While the surfboard innovation continues, sometimes the past gets forgotten. But today, people are keeping the culture alive, like Tom Stone Pohaku.
There was a movement that began 5-6 years ago to grasp that traditional practices of surfing. It never left our islands, and it never left our people.
So we should always remember the past so we can keep it alive and it will survive forever. And now people are still enjoying it, even me. So this is the surfboard. Mahalo and aloha.